Hi. So today I am bringing you a story time. I've really wanted to tell this story since the beginning of my channel because it was such a defining moment in my life. That sounds so pathetic. But it was the story when I did the most craziest bad thing and disrespected my parents on every level ever. Yeah, and it was one of my first encounters with joking, not cocaine. So this is the story of the time I lied to my mum, went to a house party and then got chased by the police. Oops. So, I was about 13. Wow, crazy that I did something really bad when I was 13. That was my rebellious year. That was the year that I kind of didn't care about anything and I did all of the bad stuff. So I do have a good few stories from that era of my life. So this girl was having a party. Her name is Tallulah. She is one of my best buds, and I actually had to ask her permission to do this video because I didn't want to call her out on being a druggy alcoholic. But yeah, I asked her and she said, yeah, only if you say that I'm amazing and great. Those were her kind of exact words, not really. So yeah, she's amazing and great. Also quickly, I spilt highlighter and now my hands are really shiny and glowy. I don't know if you can tell. And they're really orange because of fake tan. I wish I could show you my leg without showing you my vagina, but it's really shiny too. She was having an end of year party. And I'd seen people having crazy parties and doing stuff like that, but I'd never gone to anyone. I'd never gone to any of them. I'd never attended any of them. I never did anything bad. I never drank. I never did anything like that. So I guess I just thought to myself, and it's the end of the year. It's my last chance. Let's go for it. So I found out she was having this party. I found out all the information. I found out there was gonna be alcohol there. I found out there was gonna be it was just gonna be a big thing, and her parents weren't gonna be there, and it was oh, crazy. And that was all pretty new to me. I'd always just sort of stayed inside like a little hobbit, you know, all day, every day inside, on my laptop, watching YouTube. I'd never done anything outrageous, and I really wanted to go to this party. So you know what? When I want something, I get it. So I went. I remember being really excited and really crazy for I was excited to go to this party. So I waited till the day before to tell my mum. So I said to her, hey, my friend's having this party for an end of year party just to celebrate summer and school's out, summertime is finally here, you know? And yeah, so she was oh, that'll be really cool, her parents are gonna be there, right? And I was yeah. Lie number one, liar, why you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, that fucking lie. Wow, I need Jesus. So I lied to her, and one thing about me is I hate lying. I get really guilty, and I sort of get a lump in my throat if I have to lie about something, and I just can't. I just physically can't. My physical body will not physically ejaculate a lie. And I hate people that lie. It really annoys me. So I told this lie. I felt bad for telling this lie, but at the same time I was kind of oh my god, yeah, I did it. I could do this forever. I told a lie. I can go to this party and it's gonna be great and it's gonna be lit AF, you know, lit, actually physically lit. So I was all doped up. That's not a word. I'm trying to be down with the kids, but it's not working. So I remember wearing exactly a little white vest thing and this mini skirt, but it flared out and had flowers on it from Hollister, and I thought I looked so cool. I wore a hoodie of it as well, remember that? And I went there and everyone else was wearing skin tight dresses you could see their pussies in. And the day came, the next day, the following day of when I asked her to finally come around. So, driving to this party, my mum decides, let's get some chocolates. Why don't you go into the little shop thing and buy some chocolates and bring to the party? Because she thought it was just a kids party, kids hanging out at a house, you know, supervised. And usually people bring a little token of appreciation to them, not to a freaking house party. Hell no. But I can argue with her and say, oh, they won't like that, they're too cool for that. Because then she'd find out my whole plan and be are they really gonna be there? Like, is this really what you're telling me it is? And I'd be like, no, it's not. I lied. And then it would just be some whole big thing. So we stopped at like Sainsbury's or something and got like a box of like Celebration chocolates. And I walked in to this party with a box of Celebration chocolates. So we got to the house and we walked up to the door and knocked on the door. Like, my mum decided to walk with me because she was like, oh, tell her mum thank you for like taking you like into her home and so I was like, oh no, it's okay, but she insisted and I was like, oh, my cover's gonna be blown. And so I get to the door and we knock on the door and some girl like opens the door. She just looked like really red in the face and like really hyper, and I just looked at her straight away. I was like, she's drunk. But my mum thought that she'd just been running around as the kids do. You know, kids don't get drunk. That's really bad. And so before my mum could say, can I see her mum, she just grabbed my arm and pulled me in the house and shut my door. I was like, bye! And then I went in. Now, I'd never been to a house party before at this point, so I didn't know what to expect. And I guess it was slightly on like the more crazier side of house parties, because for being my first one, you know, I thought it would just be pretty chill. It was not chill. It was not even chill. It was like the opposite of chill. It was like hot, but not hot, because there were no hot guys there. Like, I thought there was gonna be hot guys, but there weren't any hot guys. I get in and everyone's already like so drunk out of their minds, like wasted, for young children of course, because like when you're 12, 13, you only have to drink like that much to be like a paralyzed parrot. So everyone was like rolling around on beds, like doing things and just, wow, doing things. So descriptive, Kira, so descriptive. Oh my god, wow. I don't know. And I remember like some guy shouted at some point like, they're having sex in the bedroom, and everyone ran to the bedroom window to try and look in or something like that. I can't remember exactly what happened, but apparently 12-year-olds were having sex in a bedroom at a house party. Like, great way to lose your virginity, guys. That's so special. You're gonna treasure that for the rest of your life. Like, you're hardcore. Like, you go. Like, So it was kind of crazy, but I kind of had like a little bit of fun, you know. I was like meeting new people, like saying hi to people, and it was just like something. And all of a sudden there was like a big shatter of glass, and we go sort of like in the kitchen to sort of like the gardening area. I don't know what room this was, and there was like glass everywhere, like all over the floor, and some girl had stepped in it and like had a huge like gash in her foot. So then she was like walking around really drunk, and there was blood absolutely everywhere. It looked like an actual like massacre. Like, it actually physically looked like the guy from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre had come in and just like everyone. There was like blood all over the floor. It was like, just wasn't nice. But at the same time, it's not like anyone could just like call an ambulance and be like, hi, I'm 12, I'm having a house party, and everyone's underage drinking and doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. Some girl's cut her foot, please come and rescue us and stitch up her foot and make it better, please. Like, you can't do that because then they'll get arrested. So it was like kind of a tricky situation, and they was all drunk, so why would that even cross their mind? Like, no one thinks, I'm gonna call the police, like, when they're drunk. Like, sorry. I remember everyone was like looking for like plasters, like little bandagey things. So everyone, like, some people went into this girl's kitchen and was like going through her drawers. Like, I don't really remember exactly what order everything happened in because this was a long time ago. And I was going through her drawers, like, and then they found like, I don't know what it was, like a first aid kit, and there was like plasters everywhere, and I don't know what they did with the plasters. I don't know how her foot turned out. I'm sure it turned out fine because I think she's still alive. And all of a sudden, a bunch of like pills, like tablets, like pills, I don't know what they were for, started spilling out all over the floor. Like, I just remember there being like pills all over the floor, and I was like, what? Like, are people doing hard drugs in here? Like, are people doing crack cocaine or like black tar heroin, like black tar heroin, like, you know? So I was really confused, and I was thinking, wow, drunk like tweens are like running around, there's like literal drugs on the floor. Like, I don't think they're drugs, but they were like something. They could have been like paracetamol, you know, if you pop like 10 of them and like, you know, and just like pop in paracetamol. And then I don't remember anyone's names, so I can't really give you names. I could just say this guy, this girl, this guy. But this guy, like capital G-U-Y, like that, I'm putting that much emphasis on his name because he ruined it for everyone. He decides to go to the window and shout, the police are here! The police are, like, sorry? And everyone flipped out. Like, everyone was underage drinking, doing illegal things. I wasn't doing any of that, so like, I was clear, but it still freaked out. Like, I was still scared. I'd never brushed with the law before. I hope I don't. And I was so scared. Like, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to prison, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna get gangbanged. So because that guy screamed that, everyone thought, oh, what's the first thing we're gonna do? We're gonna run outside, like, to the front of the house. Yeah. Great idea. So everyone runs out into the streets to like try and run away, but no one's really running away. They're just sort of like gathering in like the front garden, like a bunch of people like Pokemon Go hunting. And so everyone was gathering, and then this guy's like, I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking. So then he's joking, like we find out he's joking, like funny joke, really funny. What a funny joke he made. Like, you should do stand-up. You're so funny. You're really not that funny. But all these drunk kids were like gathered outside. They wasn't gonna go back in. So this woman drives past in a car. She sees everyone, drunk children, gathering outside. And I think her son was at the party, and she didn't know he was like doing all this stuff, you know. So what does she do? She calls the police. And I think her neighbour called the police as well. Oh, I'm being called. Hi.
Hi. Yes.
I'm in the middle of filming a video.
Hi, people. Okay, yeah. 10 minutes.
Okay. See ya.
Have fun.
She called the police. Like, at the time we were really mad. Like, why would she do that? Like, why would she call the police on us? Like, oh my god. But now I think you're just being a responsible adult. So this woman proceeds to call the police. No one's freaking out because no one's screaming, the police is coming, until we hear sirens. And then police cars are at the top of the road, and it's a really, really long road. Now, I didn't know the area that this party was in, so I had no idea like where I could go, what I could do. So me and these two girls, who I was like the most friends with at this party, decided that we would run. Everyone else was still like gathering there being stupid, but we thought we're gonna get away from the crime scene because we haven't done anything illegal and run away. So we started Usain Bolting the hell away. So we're like running down the street really fast, and we can still like sort of hear the police sirens, but they're gonna stop at the house, you know? So we keep running, and all of a sudden we see this like park, and we think, oh yeah, safety sanctuary at last. So we run into this park and we sit down for about 30 minutes where I proceed to break down crying into 1,000 tears. And bear in mind, not that many people that know me have seen me cry, so this was new, like this was big. And I was breaking down crying like, my mum's gonna kill me. Ah! One of the girls called her dad. He turned up, and she lived kind of nearby, so we got into his car and drove back to their house. And then when we got there, I called my mum, and I was like, oh, the police came and her parents weren't there. I didn't know they wasn't gonna be there, and I just like lied my little butt off. Like, I did know. And she picked me up and she screamed at me. I kind of deserved it though, like, not gonna lie. So yeah, like, I'm glad that kind of happened, because now I know, like, not to do stupid things, I know how they can turn out. So yeah, I hope you liked that story time of how I lied to my mum, went to a party and got chased by the police, pretty much. Don't follow in my footsteps. I hope you liked that video, and if you're new, I've never ever said this before, then go check out some of my other videos. Like, I do a bunch of stuff. I tell some story times. They're my most popular videos. I just did like a sort of tutorial on how to get really sort of clear, glowy skin, if you can see anything by my skin, it's okay. And I've done some other stuff, like I do some parodies. I like make fun of things and general stuff. And make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. I'll leave it all there. And I appreciate you and all of your love so very much. And if you haven't watched my submission video to Tana Mojo's collab channel thing, please go watch that on my channel and leave it some heart. Thank you. Bye.